Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. Today, we're diving into a focused explainer on something absolutely crucial for your career: front office conflict management. We are going to break down exactly how top-tier hospitality pros keep things running smoothly when tensions inevitably run high. Let's just get right into it. The high-stakes reality of the hotel front desk, well, it's basically the central nervous system of the entire property, right? You've got this constant, nonstop flow of arriving and departing guests, luggage handling, revenue processing, and interdepartmental communications all happening at the exact same time. It's a high-velocity environment, and in a setting like that, friction isn't just a possibility, it is literally an absolute inevitability. Honestly, how you manage that friction is exactly what's going to define your leadership. For today's executive briefing, here is our roadmap. First, we'll look at the pressure cooker. Then, the seeds of friction. Third, we'll open up the strategic toolkit. Fourth, we'll walk through the resolution protocol. And finally, we'll wrap up with cultivating unity and EQ. Starting with Section 1, the pressure cooker. Let's navigate these front office realities. It's so important to properly frame the front desk for what it is: an intense convergence of high-volume transactions and, frankly, sky-high guest expectations. Conflict here, it's just a natural byproduct of having a passionate, diverse workforce operating under incredibly tight deadlines. You know, your true skill as a hospitality executive really isn't about creating this utopian environment where conflict doesn't exist. Honestly, that's impossible. Your real expertise is in resolving it professionally and fairly. When you handle it right, dissecting a disagreement actually shines a light on operational flaws. It gives you the chance to improve processes and elevate that seamless guest experience we are all aiming for. Moving right along to Section 2, Seeds of Friction, where we'll identify the root causes. Before you can prescribe a solution, you really have to do the diagnostic work. You've got to peel back the layers to find the exact origin of a dispute, because in a professional setting, conflict rarely just happens out of thin air without a distinct catalyst. Miscommunication is for sure your most common culprit. I mean, just think about a simple misread shift handover log or a hastily typed email. That can severely derail an entire shift. But we also see things like unclear roles, where tasks just fall through the cracks. There are the inevitable personality clashes that come with a diverse, multicultural workforce. And, of course, deep resentment over an unbalanced workload. Add in some unhealthy competition for promotions, and you can rapidly turn a highly collaborative front office team into a group of bitter rivals. That brings us to Section 3, the Strategic Toolkit, specifically utilizing the Thomas Kilmann Conflict Mode instrument. So a seasoned hospitality manager never relies on a one-size-fits-all approach to disputes. You absolutely have to adapt your strategy to the specific context of the friction. Now, our first tool, avoiding, might actually sound a bit counterintuitive to leadership, but tactically stepping away is highly appropriate for those minor, petty issues that are just going to naturally resolve themselves anyway. It's also the exact right strategic choice when tensions are running a bit too hot and you, as the manager, need a moment to step back and gather more objective information before stepping in. Next up in our toolkit is accommodating. This basically involves putting the other party's needs above your own. Now, you might be wondering, why would a manager do this? Well, it's a vital tool for preserving long-term departmental relationships. Say the dispute is over a relatively minor operational preference, but it is incredibly important to a specific team member. Accommodating them builds goodwill and trust. And honestly, that trust is far more valuable in the long run than just winning a trivial argument. Then we have compromising. This is your classic middle ground. Both parties give a little something up to find a rapid solution. Think about the fast-paced environment of a hotel lobby with guests actively waiting. In those moments, compromising is often a very necessary, very fast fix for moderate issues. But a quick word of caution here. Because both sides had to yield, it can leave folks feeling slightly unsatisfied. It keeps the operation moving, but it's not always a permanent cure for the underlying problem. This brings us to two contrasting yet totally essential styles. First is collaborating. This is the time-intensive win-win approach where you're really working together to find creative solutions that build strong, long-term bonds. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum is competing. This is the decisive win-lose style. As a leader, you must strictly reserve this competing style where you forcefully enforce your authority for absolute emergencies, severe ethical violations, or situations where immediate, decisive action is just completely non-negotiable to protect the hotel and its guests.
All right, moving to section 4, the resolution protocol. This is all about moving from friction to facts.
We're shifting gears now from theoretical management styles to the strict, structured execution you actually need when you are actively mediating a real-world dispute behind the desk. Let's walk through this protocol step by step. Step 1. Identify the real cause. Like, is this argument really about elite check-in, or is there a deeper, underlying lack of respect? Step 2. You must listen to both sides objectively. That means providing uninterrupted time for each staff member to speak. Step 3 focuses on observable facts, which we'll expand on in just a second. And Step 4, document the outcome. Providing a clear, written audit trail for human resources is absolutely crucial to ensure accountability for any follow-up actions. Zooming in on Step 3 of that protocol, you have got to focus entirely on observable facts and specific behaviors. When you are in the middle of mediating, raw emotions and character attacks will absolutely try to hijack the conversation. It happens all the time. But it is your duty to act as a neutral, calming facilitator, rather than a punitive judge. By anchoring the conversation firmly in observable reality, you keep the mediation productive, and most importantly, professional. Finally, Section 5, cultivating unity and EQ, promoting positive relations within your team. We're moving now from reactive resolution to proactive prevention, because frankly, the best way to manage conflict is to build a culture where it struggles to even take root. Implementing recognition programs that celebrate our collective success over individual glory, that significantly reduces unhealthy competition. Transparent communication about shift updates really prevents the anxiety of the staff rumor mill. And perhaps most importantly, fair, balanced scheduling across all shifts, mornings, evenings, weekends, this ensures departmental harmony and prevents that deep-seated resentment from forming. Plus, organizing social bonding activities fosters empathy. It reminds staff that we are human beings, not just coworkers sharing a shift. Underpinning all of these strategies is emotional intelligence, or EQ. Now, this is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while gracefully influencing the emotions of those around you. You can think of EQ as the invisible thread that holds a diverse, high-pressure, high-traffic front office together. Without it, even the absolute best technical management skills will completely fall apart under pressure. Picture this, a severe operational crisis. The property management system has completely crashed, and you have a double-booked VIP suite. Both guests are currently standing right there in your beautiful marble-floored lobby, demanding answers. In that exact moment, a leader with high EQ actively regulates their own stress. They practice deep empathy, they provide balanced judgment, and they project an aura of total control. They essentially become the eye of the storm for their anxious team and their frustrated guests. Which brings us to our conclusion, and a real challenge for you to think about. As future hospitality leaders, how will you apply these tools to turn your very first pressure cooker shift into a masterclass in unity? You now possess the strategic toolkit, the resolution protocol, and the understanding of emotional intelligence required to truly lead. I highly encourage you to actively apply these executive strategies in your impending hospitality careers. Thank you for joining this Europe Hotel School Explainer. Keep learning, keep leading, and I wish you the utmost success in your professional journey.